Yes, YouTube. Hello, long time no see, or speak, or both. Hope everyone is well. So, when was the last video we put out? I think I was vlogging. I was doing raw vlogs in the gym. Actually, I've got a load of vlog content on my phone still. From the cab up in Texas, day 1, day 2, show day, and travel day. Just really haven't had a chance to put it together. I'm probably looking a lot more chunkier than you saw me last. I'm just coming to the end of 2 weeks off, so if you follow me on Instagram, I took 2 full weeks off the gym, or I'm taking 2 full weeks off the gym, which was a decision I made because of the previous preps finishing and then going full on into off season and my body just not liking it, generally getting ill and then setting me back weeks and weeks anyway. So it was like a decision to have time off and just relax, which hasn't really gone too well because I've been so busy with work and everything. I took my mum to Poland actually, which was a nice trip. She's never left the country since she was a very young child, so we had to get her a passport, get her out to take her to Auschwitz, which was an experience, but there was a lot of steps there, 25 to 30,000 steps a day, and I was very, very pulled down and very lean. But again, there's something going on with my body and flying, and I think potassium. I've come back from the flight 2 days ago and just blown up like a balloon. It's not a food thing, even though I had like a meal off plan every day and maybe like an ice cream through the day or something. It was, I was probably actually in a deficit still while I was there, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm getting my bloods done tomorrow, which we will film also. And today we have got a little bit of a day in the life, or like a half a day in the life. We've got Mike, one of my guys, competing just up the road in Sunderland, so that's only an hour away. Men's physique guy of 45, so it makes sense for us to do something like that and jump back on the YouTube. I've just got some check-ins to finish off. I've got Big Joe in this morning, who's about 6 weeks out, and then a couple of other guys who need to be updated for prep. But we'll do some food stuff. We'll show you Mike, maybe chat through his peak, how getting him ready for the show, and then just touching on what I'm doing in the next 6 months potentially. I've got a call with Big Nef tomorrow, so we can go over what's happening for off-season, what style of training, what the split's going to be, and I also need to book flights, or a flight to Thailand, which I'll speak about also throughout the day. So I'll get these cracked on, and then I will catch you when I'm cooking the food for the meals for the day in the kitchen, and we can have a chat there. Yes, Big Dog, good morning, and we are on to win a bodyweight down again, moving ever closer to the calf. Still really nice and full, midsection's good, definitely tighter in the lower back and the hamstrings over this last couple of days. Really like how we're holding, considering we've dropped the couple of kilos. Fullness hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, where the look is now, if we look, well, we're 2.3 kilos down from Monday. It's Saturday now. We've got rest day today, so our calories are lower, but we're only 100 calories or so lower. So depending on how body responds, this is the first time we're going to see how body's going to respond from the lower food, then backing off on rest day. Seeing where the look is tomorrow will potentially give you a little bit of a bump, and we really just want to be trending in the mid 105s potentially after that, or the low 105s, leaving you nice and fresh, because we've got legs and pull 2 big sessions. I want to make sure that our performance there is very good. So can you hear Joe's stomach grumbling behind the camera? So Joe has just competed last week, yeah?
Yep.
And it's his first show as a natural bodybuilder, and I must say he looked incredible. I'm very, very proud of the young man. Turning up to me and Neil at a table in Ultraflex 18 months ago?
Yeah. A
little under 18 months ago, I think, saying, is there any way I can get into videography? And I was like, you know what, mate, yeah, you can start filming me for tenner a video. Sign this contract, 3 years at £10 a video. And actually the relationship from there is just turned him into a very good videographer, a very good bodybuilder. At the minute, the team is flying. My roster of athletes is huge and very busy with the competition season underway. So, I'm very fortunate for what I do, and even though I'm very busy, I am still taking people on. If you're thinking about competing next year, or you want to compete next year, I would get in touch now so we can get the plans in place, get the relationship moving, making sure we can get your body in a position to do prep. I do see that the guys who have been with me for a period of time and then we prep, it's a breeze. People who turn up at the beginning of prep, I want to prep. It's like, okay, it's difficult. So you get them things in place, or if you just want to be getting coached in general anyway, it doesn't have to be for a show. I do lifestyle guys as well, of any levels. So that's my plug to you. If you want to be coached by me, or just drop me a message, ask about prices, what I do, I'll send you some information over. We can have a chat, get you on Team Tonk, go from there. Team Tonk. Right, that's enough. This next meal, just again do the same if you can at 90 minutes post meal too. Like I said, there's nothing we can really, nothing that can go wrong from here. Keep the water going in a little bit lower, like we spoke about. Sodium the same. Yeah, exciting times, man. I'm about to cook and then get set off anyway. So obviously, as all bodybuilders know, before we go anywhere, we have to cook our food for the day. Usually I'm prepped, but because Joe's coming around and we've got a little bit of time today, the show's local. It's only an hour away. It's not 4 hours like Maidenhead, 4.5. So this meal is 200 lean minced beef, 400 potato or gnocchi. So I just need to work out. I've been having gnocchi the last couple of days, so it's very easy if you want to swap. So I go into my sheets, and this meal, 400 white potato, which is 72 grams of carbs. In 100 grams of carbs of this, it's 27.4. 27.4 times 2.6, it's 71 carbs. What did I need? 72. So that's 71.2. So that's how much I need, really. Actual whey, so designer whey. I would always use isolate, but because this is a main meal and not around training, and I can actually digest this, amazing, honestly, amazing product. It tastes great as well. When you're in a reverse diet phase and your hunger's through the roof, really important that you use things that are gonna not necessarily trigger, but so for example in prep I wouldn't have ever had a coffee this morning. I wouldn't do it. I don't caffeinate in prep, don't know why, but it's calories. So I don't do it. And with meal 2 I will also have a Pepsi Max. So on a rest day I will have a can of Pepsi Max in the morning with my meal 2, and then a can of Monster in the afternoon. So I'm having 15 extra calories plus say like 4 from the, so I'm having 20 extra calories there. But that, because my prep is always very strict, that's enough for me. That's like a rest day for me is a treat. A can of Coke and a Monster with a coffee in the morning is like, that's my meal off plan technically. So you use little things like that, whereas you have that structured in your day. It may be something like, some of my guys for example will set your calories at a certain goal, but then we'll remove 300 calories through potentially protein or some fats. So like adding almond butter on there, rather than having 20 we'll do 10, and that 300 calories at the end of the day you can get a Halo Top ice cream for 300 calories. You can eat a full tub of ice cream a day and still be within the adherence or your calories. It's just important that you understand that, or if you've got a coach that you chat to them about that, don't just go, can I have some ice cream? It's like, right, okay, we're at 3,000 calories and you're starving, but we've got, you know, a lot of almond butter in there, we've got a couple of 100 gram carb meals. Why don't we reduce them to 80, reduce your fats, knowing that on a night you can maybe chill out and you can have some fucking salted caramel ice cream. It makes no difference. It doesn't, especially when you're in reverse phase. If that's going to keep you on plan, or we can do that with clean foods. You could have oats, Greek yogurt, and egg with flavour powder in a meal. You can make a cake out of that. You know, go on Instagram or TikTok especially. You can see all the shit that them guys are making for no calories. You can have them in your diet. It doesn't have to be chicken and rice or, you know, meat and potato. Across the board, it's very good if you can have all whole foods, but if one of your meal a day is some rice pudding with half a tub of Halo topping, or some ice cream with a bit of Halo top on, some oats with a bit of Halo top on the top, you know, you're not gonna get fat from that. What you are gonna get fat from is just eating so clean that it kills you, and all you can think about is food. And then as soon as the opportunity presents, you fucking binge yourself to death, and then you can't stop. So prevention rather than cure. Do you know what, the ISO clear way is very good. It just tastes like blackcurrant. And it's good in there, and they are doing them less sweet. Some digestive enzymes in there. ISO whey chocolate. I've had that. That's pretty nice. I'll be having that from Monday. Yes, back in the gym. Big Jimmy Tonkin coming. And I've just got loads of samples of these real chunks inside. I've already opened that one. That just smells like hot chocolate. Smell it, Joe.
Yeah.
Smell it. See, told you. So I'm heading over to Thailand, for those that don't know, in the next 3 to 5 weeks, potentially 5 weeks. And the reason for that is not because it's Thailand, not because of anything, but in the winter, you'll probably know this if you're from the UK. I just struggle with, it's not depression, you know, there's SAD and things like that, but I just think I'm at the desk all day, get up, it's dark, I go for my walk, it's fucking freezing and it's dark. I come in, I go to the gym, it's raining, I come home, I go for another walk, it's dark. My life is just darkness and grey. And the UK is abysmal at the minute, just for things like taxes and just how the country's run and stuff. I really don't like the place. I would love to be as patriotic as some people, but I just can't get behind it. So I need a place where I can get to quickly, where I can just set some roots and then have an off season in the sunshine with no distractions. It was between Dubai, which is okay, but I've been there before and I wasn't too keen. I didn't really get the hype. Maybe go back to the US, but getting a longer term visa there is difficult. So go to Thailand, get a 60-day visa, get a nomad visa it's called, or I could just keep replenishing that 60-day visa by visa runs or whatever, which is I think illegal, so maybe don't do that. I'll have a really nice big villa with a swimming pool, so I can get up in the morning, straight on my exercise bike, do my cardio in the pool, do my shit, do my stretching, go for a walk, have a coffee. I'm 7 hours in front, so by the time that my guys are waking up, my day's going to be 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I can get my full day done, plus coaching off for the night. I'm not going into the bit Thailand. It's always sounds seedy to me, like to set off to Thailand. Like, yeah, right, course you are, bro. But I'm away from all that. There's a couple of decent gyms there, which I can basically just be in the sunshine across winter. Just no stress, focus on everything I need to focus on. It's just a good place to be. I may go there and I may be there 2 or 3 weeks and be like, actually, this isn't what I expected because I've not been there. So for now, the plan is get back into the gym for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, get my first timers through the shows. I want to be there for my first timers. And then once that's happened, I'll just get an Airbnb for a couple of weeks while I'm there. I've already got some agents looking for a 4-bed villa with a pool near the beach for me. Get the guys to come out and stay, people coming out and stay. I've got the kids as well, so that's gonna be good. And that's my plan. People misconstrued this for me just fucking things off and going travelling. Not the case. So I did 3 days in Poland with my mum who I didn't see for 10 years, and if you follow me again, that relationship was dodgy from a young age, bad upbringing, a lot of domestic violence and stuff. So that was important for me to get that done while I had a little bit of time with the 2 weeks off, and then moving to a place where I can focus solely on bodybuilding in the sunshine. It seems a logical step now. I don't have anything tying me down in terms of relationships where I can't do that, so I just hopefully don't get a girlfriend in that time and fall in love. Not gonna. Right, moving on. Right, so we've arrived at the venue. That was an easy drive, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
15 minutes or so. And I'm about to eat my second meal, but I've just lost my fucking salt. My sodium's just a bit lower at the minute because I'm trying to wash this water off, this mystery water, so rather than 10 twists, I just go 7. Yeah, so meal 2 going in. In fact, I'm just going to give Mike a voice note to let him know we're here. And he's just checked in again and is looking on point. It's perfect. Very easy peak for us. Know him inside out. Mate, this is absolutely perfect. You're fuller and tighter again. So we just stick to the plan as is. Like we said, it's going to be pretty predictable. And the look is actually even better after this meal than I anticipated. I was expecting a little bit more fullness from the next meal, so because you're so lean, you're just going to be absolutely bursting as soon as we get that blood moving around backstage as well. Can't wait to see this look. I've just pulled up now. I am going to eat my meal in the car park and then I'm going to head in, so if you're there, let me know. If not, let me know what time you're going to be there. Right, so Mike's boxed off. He looks phenomenal. Very easy. We've been working together a long time. Peaked him many times. Just some subtle water manipulations this time, not really anything else. So this is the world's driest meal. Well, the knock is so good, surprisingly good. So yeah, we'll catch you inside, hopefully with a little bit of an in-person with Mike, so you can see what he's looking like, and we'll go from there. So with Mike, what we've done is we've pulled his water a little bit. Usually we'll deplete him and then load him, and that works really well. Because he's in such good condition, we've pulled his water but fed him a little bit harder. Kept his sodium the same, and it's just produced a really, really good look. He's getting fuller and drier actually, as he's getting fuller. Didn't train yesterday or do any movement yesterday, so just saying there, you can feel his muscles like already filling out. So as soon as he starts to get a pump, a little bit more pressure against the skin, it's very dry, it'll be a really, really nice look. You just need to be careful if you're messing about with water and pulling it. That number one, you're in shape and you can feed hard enough. We always talk about sodium and water being the driver of glucose, which is obviously right, but it's sometimes doesn't always work out that way. You're keeping water and sodium high. Sometimes some guys stay soft, whereas Mike pulling his water down. Because he is so lean, we can afford to fill him harder compared to what we usually would, and that's just brought more fullness and actually nice and dry. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what it looks like. This show we just ran into, it wasn't planned. A couple of weeks ago, we could be ready for this, and we just pushed things a little bit harder, and it's absolutely bang on the money. So I think the classes are quite light today. There's not many in the classes. Mike's in the over 45s, believe it or not, he's a masters. The main shows this year coming up, which very optimistic he'll do very well in. We're looking for a landslide victory in every one, we're not going to lie. We'll see how we get on today. It's really good data to see what the look is bringing. I think we can get him a little bit leaner over the next couple of weeks, and then we can fill him a little bit harder and potentially pull water a little bit more. It's just like another 5% just throw. We'll see what we want to do first.
Back on deck on my fly shit. Really on my shit. Pay some respect to my mindset. Head blowing smoke, catch a contact. Niggas really mad they can't stop us. Back on the scene, unconscious. Always been me, yeah, I'm poppin'. I ain't really here for the gossip, nah. Blah blah blah, yeah, I'm hot, bitch. Try to play me, but you tried it. Way too wavy, gotta ride it. Pull up on you, yeah, we slide it.
So unfortunately, Mike was just in the class on his own, but we were just having a day out really, which is great. And actually, the look was very good. One good thing that came of this is I haven't seen Mike compete since last year, and he did a couple of shows after that. Posing needs working on his midsection. His midsection I thought looked a little bit washed out, but then I've just pulled him aside backstage and we've done some posing, and he's just hitting his abs properly. We're sitting into his abs, blowing the air out to get his abs through. So that's a massive thing for us. So now when we go into the main shows, we can hit them poses properly. Just work on a little bit of posing. Condition, as you see there, he was nails, absolutely nails. Fullness was good. I'd like him a touch fuller. We have previously loaded him with insulin backstage. One of the protocols I do use with some guys who can get very lean but struggle to get full is a certain protocol backstage, which we haven't done this time. However, potentially something we do next time. Just when you're that lean, and as well because he's older, he's got what we call old man muscle, old man skin. He's like, no, there's going to be no sub-Q water going anywhere apart from intracellular. So he's been super blasting full. He doesn't really need to be any leaner. We'll pull him down a little bit now back to baseline, and then we can just either, depending on how fresh he is, we can start to linear load him into the next show. It might even be 2 weeks out. We start to increase his food, lower his cardio, get him at maintenance and hold him there. Or if he can sustain it, we'll just slowly keep in a very, very minor deficit and then load him a little bit heavier close to the show. But with Mike, we just go with what the body says. So we can't preempt what it is. We just need to see if someone's fresh or if someone's not. And that's my issue with a lot of coaches giving like pre-planned peaks and preps. You just don't know. You got to take everything on the fly. So Mike will check in every day. Over the last few days, he's checked in 4 or 5 times a day, like I do with all my athletes, making sure that meal by meal we're catching the peak right. And that peak there was as close to perfect as we can get it really for where he is. So happy days. We'll take that and on to the next one.
Right, so quick pit stop, meal time. So as I've already said, I think I never go 2 hours before 2 hours. I don't eat ever before 2 hours, and I don't eat after 3 hours. So it's always between 2 and 3 hours. Spit it out 3 hours on the rest day. That's just the rice pudding once it's been in the bag. Rice pudding like you seen me made earlier with berries, and then with this meal on a rest day I have a white monster. To be honest with you, I struggle to get fluids in on a rest day, so that helps get half a litre of water, half a litre of fluid in. We'll eat this in peace, and then my next meal will be about 6 o'clock tonight. And then I'll eat again about 8:30, and that'll be it for the meals. So next meal, salmon and gnocchi, and then 2 eggs, 200 egg whites, 150 sourdough for my last meal. But if you are using the ESN rice pudding, you're missing out. Honestly, it is next level. Use code TONK, get some flavour powder with it, go onto my Instagram, watch the reel on how to make it, and then DM me telling me how fucking good it is. Are we on, big dog?
Yeah, boy.
Right, okay, so we're back. Joe's just eating his burger and chips.
No, you can't say that because it's not. People are going to think I've gone like McDonald's or something.
Well, you didn't even let me finish my fucking sentence, you stupid. Keep this in.
I am there.
Snappy made up. You didn't even let me finish my sentence. I'll tell
This
you
is what people want to see.
Joe just finished his burger and chips, which is a meal that I give to clients, which helps us keep satiated. You can get the 2% burgers from Aldi or Lidl, whatever it is, or you can make your own burgers out of lean mince. I then give them either Saint Pierre brioche buns or bagel thins, along with potato and some cheese. So you can have a homemade burger and chips, a fake away, for around 800 calories, which is a really nice thing on a rest day when you're starving to look forward to, is what I was going to say. But then we looked at him after to see if he was in a position where he could potentially eat tomorrow night, because he is very hungry, and we did have a refeed in the week, but unfortunately he's not. So sorry, Joe. So post-show, like I was speaking about earlier on, and you've got the, just trying to keep satiated, little things like that make a massive difference. So obviously it's in a box now, and he's made it in the morning, he's brought it with him, which isn't ideal. But if you're at home, non-stick frying pan, make some burger pies. You can put some onion salt in there, you can put some garlic salt in there, whatever it is, you can make it taste nice. And then the brioche buns is something that we sort of use to up calories a little bit as we get into off season. But just some bagel thins with some red potato or white potato in the air fryer, 20 grams of cheese, any cheese you like, 800 calories, 850 calories, is essentially a meal off every rest day. And then if you are going to have a meal off on a rest day, you just swap that meal for that. So again, the amount of calories that you're consuming, you're sort of lowering that deficit, if you like, or you're lowering that amount between each meal. So just something to, if you're coaching yourself or you're trying to come out with a diet phase, little things that will really, really help. But also be careful that you're not trying to do things like this too much. So you're not trying to have a monster here plus a burger there, and then you just put in a little bit of cacao powder in this and you're putting this in there, and all of a sudden before you know, your calories are creeping up quite rapidly, because although you're eating clean, the things that you're adding, calories, calories are calories at the end of the day. Are all calories equal? Not sure. So we are back. Joe's has just eaten mince and potato. Is that better, Joe?
That's better, yeah.
mince and potato.
Dry mince.
And now I've just got work to finish in terms of, like, the team is growing rapidly still. And we're all absolutely flying. You can probably see how good Mike looked there. And like I said, when we're close, we are checking in multiple times a day. So that's a lot of check-ins a day. But I do love what I do. And I've spoken about this before. I'm in such a groove with the team, and everybody is killing it. If people who come and they're enthusiastic and they're adhering to the plans, they're just phenomenal. And from me, I'm very proud of the guys, and I'm sort of calling it an army, the army that we have, because they're just relentless, and it's fantastic, and it motivates the fucking shit out of me. So I need to be on my A game because everybody else is. Which I always am, and I think that's why people are as well, because they know that I'm not fucking about. And just like I said previously, if you are looking for a coach, I am taking clients on, and there is no real cap to it, because I'm in a position where the system now is very good. The team will potentially be expanding with another coach if needs be. However, the coach will be from my guys, basically, so the guys that I've learned from me, essentially. Again, so if you're a lifestyle client or somebody who's thinking about competing and you're thinking, I'm not too sure about that, maybe I want a bit of a cheaper option, but I still want the same sort of service and the things that Jimmy do in terms of my protocols, then hit me up. We can potentially put you on with one of the guys there. So we're going to keep this video as one. The next time you'll see me will be tomorrow morning at the Yorkshire Blood Clinic in Huddersfield, where we will touch on what we're going to be doing there, get some bloods taken. If they can get it out, it's probably just fucking pure tray. Just comes out yellow, pure tray, or it's so thick that they can't draw it out, or well, there's the issue. That's a joke, by the way. I am very health conscious. And then we'll catch you there, guys, and let you know what's going on. Are we rocking, Joe?
Yeah, boy.
Yes, guys, so welcome back. We are Sunday today, Sunday the 1st of September, and obviously you saw we left you yesterday from the show. Very happy with everything there. Mike's checked in this morning, he's back on plan. We're about 3 weeks out from his next show as well, so hoping to take some titles this year. He's got some big shows coming up as well, including he's in Italy in November. We're going to try for a Masters Pro card. I think this is going to be his last roll of the dice this year, or so he says. So we'll see, we'll go big. So today we're here at Yorkshire Blood Clinic in Halifax. 2 weeks post show. At the end of any prep, especially one that's 7.5 months, you're gonna need some blood work. Typically some people wait 8 weeks and then get it done, but I just want to see where my levels are at now, especially with the water retention issue and the potassium sort of dropping down with the hyperkalemia. It makes sense just to see where things are. And then in around 6 weeks time, maybe 8 weeks, depending on how bad things are, I will share everything with you. We'll get them done again, and we will not continue cycle up until everything's good, because one thing that we have in this is health. If our health's not good and we're continuously making it worse through anabolic exposure, you're just going to pull your career very short, and you're going to end up with a lot of health issues in the future. So going to get bloods taken. Joe as well, behind the camera, he's going to do the same. He's a little bit nervous, but I'll hold his hand and make sure he's okay. So we'll get these some guys, and then we will see you after, just probably for a wrap up. There's not a great deal for us to go over today. I just wanted to go over us getting the bloods, so we'll get some bloods done.
Jimmy, nice to meet you.
you.
I'm Essie. Yeah, good to meet you today. So you come in for your blood test today?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So we've got you booked in for the Ultimate Athlete Performance Test, which is our full blood check panel. So that includes your hormone level, your cholesterol, your liver function, your kidney function, all your organ checks in that one, and it also includes a test for your PSA. And we're going to be checking your urea and electrolytes as well, because you mentioned there might be a slight issue with the potassium levels. So when was the last time that you had your blood test today?
Last time from now, probably 12 months ago. So a while. I've just previously come back from a long competition prep. It was around 7.5 months. So in that time I was exposed to anabolics for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Especially near the end when you start adding orals and things like that. So typically I just want to make sure that now I'm a couple of weeks post to that, where my levels are. And then again in about 4 weeks time, maybe 6 weeks time, depending on where the ratios are, I'll book in again, and then we'll see if they're improving, or if we need to take anything alongside that to improve any levels. Like ALT, for example, I'd imagine was quite high, so I just want to make sure that all my levels, or where my levels are, and then be able to go from there.
A little bit of a shout. They're just coming out. So we get these sent off today. Oh, thank you. I'll pop a little plaster on just in case. And they should come back Tuesday, Wednesday time.
Yeah, no problem.
And then we can always give, if you need a follow-up call or anything to go through anything, we can do that as well. A little bit of a scratch, all right.
Every time that push comes,
Done.
it's done.
Nearly done. Just filling up the last bottle.
That's it. Look, you'll try.
Look like you're enjoying it.
It's not even that. Like I've got it in my head that like my blood level is going from 100% to like 99.5, and it's like
Your heart's pumping all the time.
I think I'm gonna be all right.
You need an animal sticker on.
That's what we need.
Yeah,
Bubbles and
yeah.
stickers.
It's a tank engine. If I ever got stabbed, I reckon I'd die because I was scared.
You'll just pass out.
Not from injury, but.
Right, big dogs, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. So blood's done. Do you know what? I'm gonna probably share them with you on a separate format video, because I'm not convinced that they're going to be great. To be honest with you, my blood work has always been fantastic. Almost like a genetic freak. But at this last 7.5, 8 months of pushing, the edema, my body just deteriorating. Something's not great somewhere, and I don't think it's like a health thing. I think it's a probably doing too much thing. But then my potassium dropping and me still pushing create me. So hyperkalemia is basically where your potassium is very low. People get it when they take diuretics because it's not potassium sparing. You need potassium in your body to contract your muscle. If you can't contract your muscle, your heart can't pump, because your heart is a muscle. You will die. So it's a very serious thing to have. There's obviously varying degrees of it. For me, it's just like I feel heavy bodied. Sometimes I've been in a position where I cannot even move, which is obviously very worrying at times, but that was many years ago and I can sort of keep on top of it. But just the fact that that's coming back, and generally this meal here is potatoes. I don't eat potatoes like I said yesterday when it's cold. I've just done with rice today for the same amount of carbs, but potatoes have a lot of potassium. And I'm eating a lot of potatoes 3 or 4 times a day, and it's still bottoming out, which is worrying. So just want to see what's going on. Full disclosure where we're at and how we're going to make it better. The blood pressure there is fine, so that will be interesting, and we'll just do a full comprehensive breakdown of what is what, and the supplementation or steps we need to take in order to improve it, and then the next lot of bloods that will be improved, and how we did it essentially. So that's everything from me. And my second meal in. It's my last day today of no training. I've gone 14 days without going to the gym, which would have been nice to rest, but I've not rested. So work's been so busy, and the trip to Poland was actually not a holiday. It was a marathon, so I probably do need a few days around the pool in the sun, but that'll come after some of the pushes and actually going to Thailand. I've also sent my recommendations to Big Nave today in terms of the style of training and phases of pushing. He liked it. He'll probably lean me back a little bit later on, change a few things, and then we're going to have the nod to go into the gym from tomorrow. Obviously it won't be full pelt, it'll just be probably 60-70% for the first week, just making sure that I don't destroy my muscle so much that again fuck myself up, and then it's game time. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Please drop a like and subscribe. Any questions as well, let me know, but we're going to be a little bit more regular on this, and when I go to Thailand I will do the vlogs because I should have a little bit more time, hopefully. Peace out. Thank you, guys.